Narayanam namaskritya Naran chaiva narottamam Devim saraswatim Vyasam tato jayamudirayet. We are offering our pranam to these great people, Narayana, then Nara, then Vyasa and Saraswati, and then we are moving. We start our work. The last time we were, as Indra was mentioning, that Dana, Tapa, Shama, Dhamma, Lajja, Sharalya, Daya. These are the 8 that Yajati was telling. These are the 8 dharma. First is Dana, that is charity. Second is Tapa, austerity. Shama, tranquility of mind. Dhamma, control of the senses. Lajja, modesty. Saralya, simplicity. And Daya, kindness. These are the 8 qualities. This always reminds us, tells us that religion, the dharma, is some qualities that a human being should develop, human being should achieve. So that is the most important thing. The moment we talk about the dharma, I am not translating the dharma as a religion, because the moment we utter the word, the religion, immediately it comes that there are many formalities, rituals, etc. That is a part of dharma only, but the dharma is much more, and that is, it is in our character, it is in our life, it is in our behavior. The first is charity. Who can do the charity? Who is having the mind, the compassion, the feeling for others. So then only he can give. Not that the rich man can do the charity, no. So he told the story of a mongoose. Tapa, the austerity. Austerity means self-control, constantly, every time. And I think I told you the story of the Narendranath, that someone invited him for lunch, and then he was telling, I know, Naren, that you people are preparing bombs to fight against the Britishers. So I will try to give you a government job if you tell the truth, so that I can arrest your friends. And here is no one, door is closed, no one will know, tell me. Then he rolled his sleeves and told, look at my muscles. So I can tear off your head from your body. There is no one, door is closed, nobody will know. But I am not going to do that, because you invited me for food and now you are telling like this. You have the habit of insulting people, but bearing this is my tapasya. So tapas means forbearance, bearing all this. This is called tapa, austerity. Tranquility of the mind, in all time the mind should be tranquil. That's called shama. Dhamma, the control of the senses, because all the 5 senses that constantly taking us out, and we have to control that, and that is also, it's called tapa. That's also the tapasya. Constantly withdrawing, and withdrawing. Yesterday I went to the Naperville to give the Gita class. We were discussing about the ahara, and there the description is there. Withdrawing is the ahara. Sridhara Swami, a very famous writer, commentator on Bhagavad Gita, he is giving ahara means pratyahara. You have to withdraw the senses. How many senses? 5. And from where you have to withdraw? From the objects, from the sense objects. We are withdrawing. Constantly trying to withdraw is called ahara. Not only the thing that we are eating, withdrawing, the my eyes are going and seeing something, immediately my mind is reacting. I must stop that. Hearing, smelling, touching, and all these 5 things. This is called Shama Dama, Lajja, modesty. This Lajja means, usually they say that it is only for the ladies, only for the girls, Lajja. No, the modesty means humbleness. This modesty is a humbleness. It should be there if you want to develop your character. The human is a character. So that is called Lajja. Simplicity. He can understand everything. He knows everything. But he takes it in a very simple way. That is called simplicity. And we gave the example of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, who was so highly respected in the Dakshineshwar and whole of Calcutta. Then the son of the landlord, who became landlord afterwards, after the passing away of his father, Mathuranath, his name was Trailakya. He, actually not directly, but indirectly, it was an insult. He sent someone to asking the Chota Thakur, that was another person related with Sri Ramakrishna, but he by mistake went to Sri Ramakrishna and told, the master is asking you to leave. Twice or thrice he inquired, is it true that it is me? Then when he said, he just went out. And seeing that the Trailakya, the Jamindar who was sitting, and oh no, you not Sri Ramakrishna, please go and ask him to go back. Then again the person went and said, oh, it's a mistake, it's not you, it's not me. Again he came back. So like this, though he was such a respected person, he was so simple. And then finally, Daya. Daya bhuteshu aluluptam mardavam hri achapalam tejas shama dhriti shaucham adraho natimanita bhavanti sampadam daivim. In the Bhagavad Gita, 16th chapter, first 3 sloka, it listed 26 qualities. That is called Daiva Sampad. If those qualities are there, you are a divine person, divine personality. So this is called Daya, kindness. Ma Sharadamani Devi said, if a human being is not having the compassion, the Daya, the kindness, can he be called as a human? That kindness should be there. Of course, sometimes the kindness, the one of our swami, American swami, he went and he saw a person lying at the homeless. So he went and as to show the compassion, the brother, how are you? And he thought that if I talk with him, he will feel better. He got up and gave a blow, simply. So how are you? I am like this. So, okay. So he came back all bleeding, then he had to take to hospital and all these things. For a long time he was having a bandage. Then when I met him, what happened to you? Now I went to show the compassion and this is the result. So sometimes one must be careful. To whom and how, that is the most. So this way, this is the Daya, the kindness. Again the Ashtakam asked about the religion, the Dharma. Then he described about the Brahmachari, Grihastha, Banaprasthi and Sannyasi. How the Brahmachari, what is the Dharma for a Brahmachari? It is not religion, it is the Dharma. The word Dharma is all encompassing. The serving the Guru for a Brahmachari. Who is a Brahmachari? He has taken the vow of Brahmacharya so that he can afterwards become a monk and can lead a spiritual life. That is called Brahmachari. But he must serve the Guru. And the serving the Guru doesn't mean only cooking food and ghee, not like that. Sometimes it is also misunderstanding. The Guru will die if all the Shishyas, all the disciples are cooking for him and asking him to eat. So Guru will be one day Guru. So that is the way we should understand the Brahmachari, that he is serving the Guru. How? Guru said that you must practice japa in every morning and evening. Do that. Try to increase the number of your japa. Do that. That is called the service of the Guru. So servicing means service of the Guru. Service to Guru means listening to his words and obeying his words, like that. Scriptural study, that is very, very important. Majority of the monks, they do not study. They only sing some bhajans, and maybe a few slokas they will remember and they will chant, and then they think that that is all right. No. Scripture reading is very, very important for a brahmachari. And what is the scripture? Is a description of the realized soul. So that is called scripture, like the Bhagavad Gita or the other many others are there. So that scriptural studies speak the truth without hurting others. That is also the brahmachari's dharma. Self-control, having patience, careful, and without negligence, apramado. So that is the brahmachari's dharma. Then comes the grihastha. Grihastha, the householder, good work for the betterment of others. First, performing good work for the betterment of others. That is the dharma of the grihastha. And serving the guest and performing charity. These are the three things. And also in other places they say the practicing pancha yajna. The pancha yajna also is the dharma for the grihastha. What is the pancha yajna? Rishi yajna, nri yajna, bhuta yajna, ittadi. These are the 5 yajnas that one should perform. If you work in that way, according to the injunction of the scripture, even being an householder, one is not bound by the karma. That is assured. And that is why thousands and thousands, millions of the householders, sometimes some people, particularly there is a notion for the monastics to denounce them, to look upon them, oh, they are very bad type of people. Not that. If they are performing things properly, then the grihasthas are really good. And it's called the Sreshta Ashrama. There are ashramas. The grihastha ashrama is called Sreshta Ashrama. Why Sreshta? Sometimes Jeshta Ashrama. Why Jeshta or Sreshta? Because all other ashramas or the different stages of life are depending on that particular stage. The brahmachari, how he is surviving? Support from the grihastha. After taking the brahmacharya, the bhav, naturally 2-3 days we are reading all those things, inspired. So we should not do this, we should not do that. Then when ultimately the brahmacharya we went to meet the President Swamiji, and then he told the Swamiji, shall we accept things from the householders? One of our brahmacharis, he asked, shall we accept things from the householders? And 2-3 days he was arguing, we should not accept anything from anyone, etc. The others were telling that from whom then we will accept? Then President Maharaj, Bireshwarananda ji, immediately he said, from all this dress that you are wearing, where from you got? From you, Swamiji? Where from I got? I am not a businessman. I don't do any work. I don't earn. Where from I got? That you don't know. But you should know. Then the answer you will get. All these are coming from the devotees. All the clothes that we are wearing, all the expenditures are borne by the devotees. So obviously, we cannot say that we are not accepting and we should not accept. Sometimes some people, under wrong type of understanding, they will go to the householders, not here, I don't know here they practice or not, but in India it is very much. They will go to the household and say, give me your rice, give me your vegetables, give me your money, give me your milk, but don't cook. If you cook, then I cannot eat because I am holier than thou and you are not. And very wonderful thing in India is always wonderful. So that is, and people are so happy. The Swamiji is so strict, he took everything but never allowed us to cook. I told, bhai, this is an insult. He is taking everything from you and then he is not allowing you to cook. What does it mean? Have I been in your position, I would have said, go, and I am bound down to you, I won't give anything to you. Because all that I have earned, that you can accept, not my cooking. Why? I will do it in a perfect way, all hygienic way. Why cannot? So these are the wrong way of understanding, we can say misunderstanding. So this is called grihastha, the greatest and the highest, the ashrama. Then vanaprasthi, the retired people, again depending on the grihasthas. They collect their own food, because in the earlier days they used to go. Nowadays we always advise you must save some money, because some of the parents, they always spend on their children. So when the children will grow, they will look after us. Now we say, don't depend on the children. You save at least some portion for yourself. If the children looking after you is good, if not, don't bother. Why? Because that is the first step of the vanaprasthis. You should not depend on others. You must go and collect your own food. In the olden days, they used to go in the jungle, collect some fruits and living on that. That was there. But vanaprasthi cannot beg also, because still he is the householder, part of the householder. He cannot beg. When a sannyasi, he can beg. Otherwise, one should not. So this, never do any sinful work. What is the sinful work? Which is harming others, mentally, physically. That is called sinful work. Never create problem for others. So that is all the vanaprasthis, that is their dharma. Eat little, practice meditation regularly. These are the vanaprasthis. Now the vanaprasthis, sometimes the people will come, Swamiji, 300 of us, we are coming, we are vanaprasthis. 300 vanaprasthis in America? Where do you live? So simply say vanaprasthis, the word they like to apply. We are all vanaprasthis, we are all coming to your Ganges. Do you have a cooking system? Can you provide food? On the 300 vanaprasthi, they are supposed to collect their own food. So according to the scripture. So we are not going to give you, and moreover in Ganges nobody is there. You better. So that is called, they simply say vanaprasthi. It was the retired people. Only retirement is not the vanaprasthi. Vanaprasthi means these are the things you must practice. And last is practice meditation regularly. And when you practice regularly, then naturally you don't need others' help. Meditation has this wonderful effect. If you develop the meditation, then you do not depend on others, who will come and what is not, etc. Nothing. More and more you depend on the meditation, and you go deeper and deeper inside. You are so happy. When you get up, the one lady has written to me, after meditation, I feel that so sleepy. You better sleep properly. Then when you are properly awake, then you sit for meditation. Otherwise, it won't help you. The meditation, after proper meditation, when you get up, you are fresh. So that is the symbol that you had a nice meditation. So here, collect your own food, never do any sinful work, never create problem for others, eat a little, and then practice meditation regularly. These are the dharma of the vanaprasthis. And sannyasi, they do not earn anything for themselves. So this is when Sri Ramakrishna, he was planning to give up his body, he gave the advice to Ma Saradamani Devi. She didn't receive the sannyasa brata. She was not a sannyasini. So Thakur told her, like a Banaprasthi she will leave. So the instruction of Sri Ramakrishna to Ma Sarada Devi was, do not beg from anyone. You collect your own food. If necessary, do little in the gardening, and from there whatever vegetable comes, eat that. Never stretch your hand before anyone. Then he showed like this, never stretch your hand before anyone to receive anything. That is called Vanaprasthi Dharma. Support yourself. Mother was having only one shadi, one cloth to wear, and naturally it was so difficult for her. And she is going on. Every time she was not having the needle and the thread to stitch it. So she used to make one after another in the different places. So she used to as you call, knotting. She was making the knot, and so many knots were there all over, because the old cloth. But she never asked to anyone to help. Then someone came back and reported to Swami Vivekananda. That time there's a young people, they were doing austerity, severe austerity. They told, do you know our mother is suffering so much? After 8 months, then only they came to know, and then they started collecting some money to support the mother. And that too some people told, she is alone, and that too a widow of a Brahmin, 5 rupees or 10 rupees will be sufficient. Swamiji told, I cannot give less than 20. You must have to collect 20 rupees, then only I can give it to mother. Because it is not the mother, and she had that type of heart. Anyone coming, she cooked a little food. Then someone came, mother, how are you? Okay, take this food. And the whole day she was not getting the food. If you read the book written by Swami Gambhirananda ji, Ma Sarada Mani, the Holy Mother, Sarada Devi, you won't be able to read it without crying. The way it has been described, oh terrible. The first book I read, and really I was crying, reading what happened to that mother. And now so many people are coming, giving so many clothes to her, etc., etc. So this is called the sannyasi. Sri Ramakrishna gave that advice to mother, and another advice to Swami Vivekananda, who was the representative of the sannyasi. What? You should go house to house and beg for me. To mother, he told, do not stretch your hand before anyone, do not beg. But Swami Vivekananda, he said, go house to house and beg for me, not for yourself, beg for the God, and develop good qualities. Every day, every moment, that is the sadhana of a sannyasi. Only wearing the cloth won't do. The thousands are there, and they do not read the Mahabharata. They do not. That is why they do not understand what actually they should do. They are thinking only little Gita chanting and all will be sufficient. No. So here, if you read that sloka by Shankaracharya, the little bit of Gita chanting cannot save you. Shastra and Gita and these, it cannot save you. The jnana bihina, without the knowledge, you can never save yourself. And self-control and move to different places. They should not live in one place. That is the more important thing. If one person, the one great businessman in India, I am not mentioning, as a family, so that is famous, they gave the offer to the Belur Math, and that time Belur Math was suffering a lot. When we joined in 1970s, that time also it was, the condition was so bad. But before us, you can imagine, any brahmachari, anyone, if they are sick, they used to send them to their parents, go get the medication and all that, come back then. Because you are not having the money to support that brahmachari or sannyasi. So this way it was continuing, and that time the business house, you can say. They came and offered us, we will give the money to you. But you should not go to anybody else, we will support you. The benevolent authority denied, please don't do that. We cannot be under anyone. The moment you are under someone, and then he will go on commanding, hey, you do this, you do that, then it's almost like an employer-employee relation. Sannyasi is free. He can go anywhere. He can do whatever he likes. It's just like a rhino. Never care. He moves like this. That is called sannyasi. So that is, the sannyasa is that. And Mahabharata is so important, not only for the Indians, but also for the whole human race. Why? Because in one sloka in the Mahabharata itself, the first chapter, it says, the sloka number 383, Artha Shastra idam proktam, Dharma Shastra idam mahat, Kama Shastra idam proktam, Vyasena amita buddhina. The Vyasa, who is a highly intellectual, amita buddhi, highly intellectual person, he is mentioning that the Mahabharata actually explaining Artha Shastra, the economy. So how to develop the society, that's called Artha Shastra idam. In different places, they are asking the king to follow these. Even Kautilya Artha Shastra, there also he is mentioning the king should be very, very highly qualified to two things. One, how to earn money and how to spend it. Must. And then, of course, the other war and all those things, in those days they used to go themselves to fight, not depending on others. That is a different. But the first and foremost thing is this. The one should understand how to earn money and how to spend it properly. Then he is a proper administrator. Artha Shastra idam proktam. If we read Mahabharata, there are so many advices are there, instructions are there. How to develop this. Dharma Shastra again. We will discuss about the Dharma Shastra. Then Kama Shastra idam proktam. Of course the desire, but how to satisfy those desires. And Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. The ultimate thing will also come. Again it says in two different mantras, Dharmecha, Arthecha, Kamecha, Mokshecha, Bharatarshava. Yadi iha asti, tad annatra. Yan na iha asti, na kutrachit. The very tall claim by our Vyasa. He said all about Dharma, then Artha, then Kama and Moksha, all. It has been said in the Mahabharata. If it is not in the Mahabharata, then it is nowhere. It must be there in the Mahabharata. So such a way he has covered the whole, and that four things are called Paramartha. Chatur Paramartha, the four goals, Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. Then the beginning, the student must learn, and when they are very young, what is Dharma. Now this Dharma doesn't mean, again, all the ritual that we do. That is of course a part of Dharma. But the Dharma means we will come again and again in the different time, particularly Bhishma. He is giving the advice to the Pandavas, and that too specifically to Yudhishthira. So what is Dharma? What are the Dharmas? What are the qualities? Again and again. That if we learn in the beginning, then the human society, you can imagine how slowly it is growing. These young people, they are our asset and all this, and what the young people should do, let them go and dance, let them smoke, let them drink, let them take whatever they like, and they let them live like an animal. Or sometimes almost universities, they don't bother about the character of the student. They bother about only how he is performing and whether he is maintaining the discipline. Is that? No, one must be very, very clever to understand this. Because if it is not, then it will be so difficult. Whole human society will break down. Dharma cha. That is the importance of Mahabharata, and that is the reason, though the Europeans, they said it's an epic, like the Homer's epics, the big stories, Iliad, Odyssey. Is it like that? Do they read Iliad and Odyssey with that respect as we read Mahabharata? No. And in the olden days, the people, they used to go and explain the Mahabharata in different places. In the beginning of the Mahabharata, we said that only 5 people learned directly from the Vyasa. His 4 disciples and his son, Shukadeva. Then they went out and started telling it to the society. Is it like a story? No. Just to make the society aware of their duties and responsibilities. If you are a brahmachari, if you are a student, these are the dharma that you are supposed to. Then if you are a grihastha, these are the. Then if you are the banaprasthi, these are the things. Sannyasi, also, these are the things we are expecting from you. So that is the reason they went out. Then the sutra, then so many people who had the high intellect, they could remember things, they learnt it and they spread it. All over the society, they went and they started telling, and they had a wonderful capacity to tell the stories. So the people in thousands used to come and sit and learn, and that way all over the Hindustan, all over the Bharatvarsha, this morality spreaded. And in the modern times, when the Britishers came, they stopped all those things. Then afterwards, when we became free, most of our leaders, they followed the steps of the Britishers. And now, of course, some of the people are so very sensitive about religion, do not even say namaskar, because that is not secular. So we stopped everything, and what we are making out of the human society, human being? Some very well-informed machines. They do not care about their parents, they do not care about their society, they do not care about their family. They know how to earn money and enjoy that, and when they are not satisfied, they kill themselves and kill others also. That's all. So is this the human life? So that is the thing. Yadi iha asti tad anyatra. If it is here, then it is everywhere. Yan iha nasti, that which is not here in the Mahabharata, na kutrachit, isn't anywhere. Itihasam imam chakre punyam satyavati sutaha. The Satyavati, you must remember that. Satyavati, his suta is his progeny, his children. Itihasam imam. Mahabharata is not an epic, it's a history. And that history comes down from Yajati and all. This is a big list. I am not describing that. Janmejai was asking the Sutaputra, what is our lineage? Can you please explain? He explained. And it is almost 2-3 pages continuously going down, down and down. Ultimately came to Yajati, and we read that Yajati, he was having 2 wives, that is, and from them the 5 children, all that comes. So here, itihasam imam chakri punyam satyavati sutaha. The Satyavati Sutta, they are all what's called Satyavati's 2 sons were there. So from them, this coming. Tasya kavyasya kabayo na samartha visheshane. Again, it is a kavya. Kavya means wonderful literature. It's not poetry, but at the same time it is a kavya. There are so different definitions are there about the kavya. So enchanting. Do you remember when it was filmed? When the Mahabharata they were showing, even we heard, we don't know what is the truth or not, the Prime Minister stopped the meeting and told, not at this time. I like to watch the Mahabharata. So that was the wonderful way they depicted, and if you read Mahabharata, you won't be able to stop. One after another, the story connected, and it goes in such a way, you feel, okay, let me finish this story, then I will close the book. Then you come to, oh no, next story I have to complete, otherwise it won't complete. It goes in such a wonderful way, and that is called kavya. So the better to pass time by reading Mahabharata. If you start reading Mahabharata, ultimately it will, your life and Mahabharata will end together. So that goes and goes and goes, and it's so interesting that way. And also Purana Purna Chandrena Shruti Jasna Prakashitaha. What is this? Itihasa. What is this? Kavya. What is this? Purana. Purana iti Purana. Purana means the old, ancient. So that way it gives the whole descriptions of the history of the India. That is called Bharat Barsha. The present day India and the Bharat Barsha was different. Almost the Middle East nowadays that you call, all they came into the Bharat Barsha and down to many other places. So huge country. And all they came together, and I think I already read how that Bharata, he went out and he conquered so many islands and distributed. So like that, this is called Bharatavarsha. Then describing the war is not the main object of Mahabharata, though almost it is all the preparation of the war, why the war, and then the war continues, and then afterwards the Shanti Parva. Almost everything is war only, and the Mahabharata, the film, of course they had to, if there is no action, people don't watch. So the actions was there, and this way we think that Mahabharata means a huge war. No, that was not the object of Mahabharata. And that is the reason you will see that in the beginning they are not giving any description, only one or two just passing comments. The descriptions of the war is not there. Why? Then here it says 5 different places of Mahabharata. What is the goal of Mahabharata? Object of Mahabharata? Why Vyasa wrote the Mahabharata? Vyasa said that in 5 different places, and there is only 3 words. What is that? Yato Dharma Tato Jaya. That's all. Yato Dharma Tato Jaya. Where there is righteousness, there is the success. That is called Mahabharata. Now, according to the Nilakantha, Nilakantha is a very famous commentator on Mahabharata. You know that when you write something, over there some people come and then they give the description. So they are called commentators. They give the commentary. Then another person comes and describe a particular word, where from this word has come. In the grammar, Sanskrit grammar, the root and the prefix and suffix and all that, then the word, same word can mean so many ways. The Hari may be, and so many. There's they say previously, just in Bengali, they used to say, Hari upare Hari boshe shobha paye. Hari ke dekhiya Hari, Harite lukai. What is this? Hari means the frog, and then it is sitting on maybe what's called the lotus, lotus, on the lotus a frog is sitting. Hari is sitting on the Hari. Then another Hari is coming, that is a snake, And then this Hari is taking shelter in another Hari, that is water. So all are Hari. So it's very difficult to get the meaning unless you understand this. And Bengali is on pronunciation also, different changes, meaning changes. Just suppose, and I'm not teaching you Bengali, only just to give you a sample of this. Suppose we say Ashi, that means can I come in? And then you will say Ashi, that means you go, I am going out. The same Ashi into, so don't try to learn Bengali. And here in 2 slokas in Mahabharata, it says, he has given the whole idea in a small way. What is Mahabharata? It very nicely it says in 2 slokas it mentioned Duryodhana Mannumaya Mahadruma Skanda Karna Shakuni Tasya Shakha Dushasana Pushpa Phale Samriddhe Moolam Raja Dhritarashtra Manishi. So how they are giving, as if they are painting, giving a description of a tree. The tree, the root is Dhritarashtra, and he is the king. And the Raja Dhritarashtra is the root. Then the main tree is the Duryodhana. And when the tree is coming up, the whole tree is the Duryodhana, but the stem, the main portion of the tree is Karna. Karna is a frustrated person. And about the Karna and the character we will come afterwards. The great personality, at the same time, there was some frustration within and he could not take proper decision, etc. Shakuni Tasya Shaka, we all know Shakuni, we need not to introduce Shakuni. So Shakuni, he wanted to take revenge on this particular family, those who went and captured his kingdom, his father's kingdom. So that Shakuni, he was a very cunning person, and he was telling something and thinking something and meaning something. It's very difficult to understand Shakuni. And he was the Shakha, the branches. The root is the Andha Raja, that is Dhritarashtra. He was blind king. If the king cannot see, then how can he rule? It is not only the physical blindness, also mental blindness. He couldn't think properly. And from it came the tree. What is that? Duryodhana. And that Duryodhana, always very big, very, very egoistic person, and having tremendous desire to rule each and every one, not with love, but with suppression. And that is Mahadruma, huge tree. And that the main stem was the Karna, and Shakuni the Shakha, Dushasana, and not only Dushasana, all the other brothers, Pushpa Phale, that was the product of that tree. Now that is one, the fruits and flowers of this one. Another tree. Here again it is describing Yudhishthira Dharmamaya Mahadruma. Again this is a huge tree. Again the Yudhishthira is that tree. The whole tree is named Yudhishthira. The other tree, Duryodhana. Skandha, the main stem is the Arjuna. Totally dedicated. He was such a powerful man, a hero, having so many qualities, but totally humble to his elder brother. Whatever you say, I will do. So that is called Arjuna. Bhishmashen, Bhimashen, Tasya, not Bhishma, Bhimashen, Tasya, Shaka. Bhimashen also very powerful person. And there was no match, but still he was completely dedicated to his elder brother, Yudhishthira. Bhimashen, Tasya, Shaka. Madri Suto, Pushpa Phale. Who are the Madri Suto? Nakul and Sahadeva. Their mother was Madri. And this Yudhishthira, Arjuna and Bhimsen, their mother? Kunti. So this Kunti and Madri, they were the wives of the person, and now Moolam Krishno Brahmacha Brahmanascha. And who was the root of this tree? Lord Krishna. So when we read these two sloka, we understand the whole meaning of the Mahabharata. One is darkness, another is light. One is dharma, another is adharma. So that slowly they are coming. In any story, in any movie you go, anywhere you go, there will be always a hero and a villain. So here is a hero and a villain. The hero is this, whose root is the Krishna, Bhagavan, Swayam. Now Mahabharata has in different pages explained 4 desired goals or the Chaturvarg of human life. Nilakanta again he says in the 16th chapter, Adi Parvani, Adi Parva, Sutritanam, Sutra means as a hint, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Mokshanam, Madhye Sabha, Banayo, Sabha and Bana. He is just giving the first 3 chapters. That means in all the chapters. Madhye Sabha and Banayo. First chapter of the Mahabharata is Sabha Parva. They are meeting and discussing. That's called Sabha Parva. Then the Bana Parva. We know the story. What is that dharma? Yajna, Satya, Dhriti, Guru, Satirtha, Sevanadi, Dharma, Pratipadita. Pratipadita. Now, the whole Mahabharata, they says that this is the dharma is explained in almost all the chapters, which begins with the Sabha Parva. And what is that? First they say Yajna. Nilakanta is giving the word Yajna. What is the Yajna means? Yajna means only burning a fire and then offering? No. Doing good things to others. That is also called Yajna. When we are today, we are explaining the Mahabharata, particularly the Dharma, there is also Yajna. But if you are doing for the betterment of others, not to show your the literacy and the capacity to explain, not all those things, only for the betterment of others, that is called Yajna. Then Satya, we will discuss about in details what is the Satya. Dhriti, that's also the Buddhi. Dhri Shakti, Buddhi Shakti, intellect. And what is the intellect? To remember all these good words. That is called the Dharma. And Guru Satirtha Sevanadi. Guru and Satirtha. Satirtha means brothers and friends. And also the Gurus means your elderly people whom you respect. They are seva. You are helping them, serving them, taking care of them. That is the Dharma has been explained. That he says again and again in all the places. Now the Dharma, Mahabharata explained Dharma. I will just explain this and then we will conclude today. Dhana Purvak Ri Dhatu Mak Pratyaya. That's a Sanskrit grammar. Dhana, that the Dhana is the main root. Whenever the Sanskrit, they try to explain the meaning, they go to the root, where from the word is coming. That's called Dhana. Then it comes the Ri. Then ultimately it is coming with the Pratyaya. Pratyaya means supported by the Ritu with the Mak. Mak is the Pratyaya. The Sanskrit grammar. It comes the Dharma. The Dharma word is coming with these 3, from which worldly and heavenly, materialistic and the spiritual benefit can be achieved is Dharma. So the Mahabharata, it says Dharma means what? From where you can get the materialistic benefit and also spiritual benefit. From where you can get worldly benefit and heavenly benefit. That's called the Dharma. It's not only in one way. Whenever we say the Dharma, immediately we think that we have to go to a temple or we have to fast, we have to do puja. Not like that. Dharma is a whole inclusive, and that is why Hindu Dharma is a way of life. It's not some of the do's and don'ts, list of do's and don'ts, and then practicing that much is Dharma. No, it's a way of life. You grow into that, and you live into that, and you die into that. That is called the Dharma. Again, Dharma, another meaning is Dharanat Dharma iti ahu. Dharma dharayate praja. This is a very common, the definition of Dharma used. It is also in the Mahabharata. Dharanat, that which can hold. Dharma iti ahu. Ahu means said. Something which can hold is called Dharma. Then next line it says, Dharma dharayate praja. Praja means human being. It is not the animals, it is not the birds, not the other creatures, human being. Only the body won't help you. Is the ideology that will help a human society. It is the ideologies, the ideas. If you have the proper good idea, the proper understanding, if you are following that, then the whole society you are holding, and that is called the Dharma. So king has a Dharma. We will find that afterwards Yudhishthira, when he approached the Bhishma, then he talked about Raja Dharma. The Raja Dharma, then much afterwards, only in the modern time, one of our ex-prime minister here was talking about Raja Dharma. Then in our country, always the people are there to find out the faults. Oh, he wants to become the king, Raja. Not in the democracy, it is not possible, etc. Wrong. He never wanted to become a king. He talked about the qualities of the king, Raja Dharma, what a king should, how a king should behave. Now here it says the famous story of the Pandavas. I will just conclude. I started 15 minutes late and concluding there. So Pandavas, they were roaming in the Banaparva, in the jungle, and they were thirsty. So the mother and the wife, they told, we need little water. Then what to do? Then they were camping in one place. The first brother Nakula went, and he found there's a wonderful, the pond is there. He wanted to take the water. Immediately someone told, hey, don't do that. So why? I am the Yaksha of this place. Yaksha, in between the god and human being, there's a special type of being. They have the supernatural power. So this Yaksha told, I want to ask you a few questions. If you can answer, then only you can take the water. Then this man, the Kshatriya, don't bother about anything. He told, what? If I don't give the answer, then he will die. Is it? Let me try. He took the water and he fell almost like dead. Nakula is not coming back. So one after another, to make the long story short, Nakula, Sahadeva, the Bhima, Arjuna, all they went, all they did in that way. Why should I have to give you the answer? This do not belong to you. This water anyone can drink. I am going to drink. Let me see what happens. Without caring for the consequences, they all tried, they all fainted, they were lying over there. The last brother was left of the five was Yudhishthira. Sthira means very tranquil. Where? Yuddha. Yuddha, Sthira, Yudhishthira. In all problem, he is all calm and composed. So he went, he saw, then he heard the same person asking, if you don't reply to my questions, then you will also die like your brothers. He was also thirsty. He knew the mother and the wife is waiting over there. He said, okay, ask your questions. He calmly waited for the questions one after another. The question came, we know that question. And here, last question he asked, Kah Pantha? What is the Pantha? What is the path? Then the reply that he gave, Yudhishthira, that is wonderful reply. He said, Tarko apratishta. If you are arguing, you can never reach to a conclusion, solution. Tarka, bitarka, that constantly debating, it cannot help you. Srutayo vivinna, the scripture if you read, different type of meanings are there. Srutayo vivinna. Now eka rishi, yasya matam pramanam. There is not a single, as a religious person or a rishi or a muni, who are not different from other. Now today I am here describing the Mahabharata in this way. You invite another swami, he will describe the Mahabharata in another way. Now, not a single, that's why we always say, follow one swami. If you are going to each and every one, you will be thoroughly confused. All are correct, but in their own way. And if you are trying to follow, then totally confused. One swami will come and say, learn how to cook properly. Come, let us go to the market. We will select the things and we'll cook. Are they cooking? Then whatever. Then another told, don't forget about all that. Only meditate. Then another will say, no, go out and help the others. All are correct. But problem will be, you won't be able to understand. So here, Yudhishthira is very, very clear. He said, Srutayo vivinna. Even the scriptures, if you read, all different. Na eka rishi, yasya matam pramanam. Pramana means accepted by each and every one. No, they will differ. Dharmasya tattam nihitam guhayam. Dharmasya, the true religion. What is religion or dharma? It is hidden in a very deep some place. Mahayana inagata sapantha. Then what I will do? I cannot read, getting the answer to my problem after reading the scriptures. They are all different. And then, if I debate with others, the tarka, it cannot take me to a solution. Apratishta. Pratishtha, apratishta. It won't take me to a solution. Even the rishis are also different in their opinions. And what is my dharma? That also I don't understand. Then what is the only way? Ka pantha. What is the path? What is the way? Mahayana gata sapantha. The way that the great souls have followed, that you must follow. That is the only way. Mahayana gata sapantha. Now what is Mahayana? Let me conclude the story and we will get the answer. That Yaksha was very happy. Actually he was the Dharma himself. Then Yaksha told, I am very happy. Now I will give you a boon. You can take the water, that is all okay. And at the same time, out of the 4 brothers that lying over there dead, I can give back the life of only one brother. Now you choose. Which of the 4 you like to choose, I will give back the life. Expecting that he will surely choose either Bhima or Arjuna, because not only they are his own, but also they are very powerful. And in that condition, they would have been the great help for him. But he went and showed the Madriputra, Nakula. And then he was telling, Nakula, he is not your own brother. And moreover, he is not powerful, he won't be able to help you. Why you are choosing his life? Yudhishthira answered, we have 2 mothers. I am the son of one mother. He is the son of another mother. When I am surviving, my mother is getting 1 son. And if he is surviving, her mother, though she is no more, she will get at least 1 son. So both of us, one is all right. That is called Mahajanagata. There is no Shwarth. The selfish motive is not there. That is called Mahayana Pantha. So that way when he said, then that we know the story, all the 5 of them, they were given back their life, and that is called Mahayana Pantha. Yudhishthira followed that. Bhishma followed that, and in many, many different places we found that they are following this. Friends, today we conclude over here, and in the next, in the Mahabharata class, we will discuss about this Chatur Varga, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, explaining from the quotations from the Mahabharata itself. Thank you. Let us say, Acha, on a question, yeah.
Very small question. Swamiji, you mentioned here, one of the items you mentioned is develop meditation. How do you develop meditation?
See, that do you have your guru? Any spiritual guide? No? Usually, see, usually what happens, the guru teaches a different type of way. We usually teach very simple, not very complicated thing. There are so many different ways they teach, but this is simple way is, you sit as you are sitting, if you can sit cross-legged, and then you place your left leg and right leg on it. Then you control your breathing fast. As in our books they say, first you close your right nostril, take the air and then close both the nostril and hold it, then release it from the right, take from the right, hold it again and release from the left. If you can do it for even 3 times, better to do 11 times. Then when you are taking in, imagine that the white ray is going inside your body, every parts are becoming very, very pure. And then when you are releasing, the black is coming out, all the darkness, all the bad things in your mind are going out. Then after the 11th time you will feel that you are divine. Then you are trying to meditate. First you have to meditate your guru, the preceptor, the guide on your head. Then slowly the guru will come down on the heart, over the heart your chosen God, whoever it may be, that the chosen God, and the guru will come and show this is your chosen God. So all these activities, So the mind is very active. You are withdrawing the mind from other activities and giving as a different type of activity in the mind, and there the mind is going to that worshipping your God. Maybe you are offering the food and the flower and incense sticks, showing the light. Then you are sitting and meditating. What is the meditation? Trying to remember that particular image of God within your heart. And when the mind is going here and there, you are bringing it back and placing. That is called meditation. Constantly, that's called spiritual meditation. Concentration on any subject is meditation. But spiritual meditation concentrating on a particular God or goddess. Why? Because you get the qualities of that particular God or that personality. This way you have to develop the meditation. Friends, I like to announce this thing. Today we have this e-magazine, the electronic magazine. The name is Chicago Calling. That's the big function we did. Then after that we are continuing. And this magazine, you can pick up the hard copy also, the $3, and you will have the different type of every issue. Every 3 months we publish. Every issue is having different type of articles. This time the editorial that I wrote, only a simple 1 page, and that is, in the editorial I have given the Phalharini Kali. What is the Phalharini Kali? What is the meaning of the Phalharini Kali Puja? What is the significance of the Kali Puja? And then particularly in the Ramakrishna mission history, this is very, very important, because on this particular night, Phalharini Kali Puja night, Sri Ramakrishna worshipped Ma Sharadamani Devi. And that is a wonderful thing that happened. It is totally never happened in the long history of spirituality. Why? Because Ma Sharadamani Devi was that power who can take away all the bad karmas of the human being. Phala Harini. Phala means the result. Harini means removing. So naturally not the good karmas, but the bad karma that we do sometimes. Today if we pray that powerful goddess, and she can take away all the bad karmas. When the bad karmas are gone, what remains? Good one. And when the good karma is there, what happens? The reflection of the goddess or the god or the Atman can be seen. So this is the importance of the Phaloharini. Sri Ramakrishna worshipped Shodashi. So some other time, and maybe in that October I will give the retreat on Tantra. That time we will discuss in detail. So you can, some of the copies, I think 4 or 5 copies are there. You can pick it up, $3. Another thing we are releasing today, that is the 4th volume of the Panchama Veda. You know, the gospel that I give the class in the society, all the 25 lectures and we make it a cassette. So 25 hours is containing. So that is the explaining the gospel, the words of Sri Ramakrishna, the full of knowledge. That's why I have given the name Veda. Veda means knowledge. So this is the 5th Veda, the gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. And I have explained it quoting from different scriptures as maximum as possible. The 4th series, the first, second, third are there. The 4th ones today I am releasing. And how we release? We offer it to Thakur, Sri Ramakrishna. Today morning I offered it to him and said, now you are releasing this. So Thakur has released this too. Thank you. Let us say Shanti. Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om. That's it.